Hi guys, this is part 2 of my 3-part series of the secret to changing your golf swing. Okay, so the first video I talked about obviously the club face and that drill and catching the raindrops. So the second one I'm going to talk about is the backswing. So first thing I'm going to talk about is 2 flat backswing. So if I was to get the club into that backswing position, okay, so 2 flat is when I take the club back and the club head is inside my hands, okay. So if it was over the top, then the club head would be outside my hands. So, quick fix, if people go too much on the inside, right elbow gets stuck against rib cage, struggle to release the club properly, and as you're coming back down, so the right shoulder moves 3 ways, okay? So it goes downward, it goes forward, then it goes outward. But from this position, the right shoulder doesn't actually go down, it just rises up straight too early, okay? So I won't go into too much detail about that. So if you're struggling with a flat swing plane, you're going to struggle with quite a shallow angle approach, you're going to struggle with release the club, you're going to start struggling with smaller hooks, okay? So you're not actually fully releasing this right side over the left side, it's just going to work on its own independently, okay? So obviously, too much of a flat swing path can create quite a lot of errors, okay? But anyway, it won't create as much freedom as you like. I know it says, oh, you'll create a lot of freedom, but it's important. The only thing to consider when you're doing this is how you release the left side in relation to the right side, okay? So I've stole this kind of from David Leadbetter from the A-swing. So what you need to do is try and get the, if you're too flat, you need to do the opposite. So just try and get the club. So what David Leadbetter advocates in the A-swing is if you take the club back. So the A-swing is a more vertical swing. So what I mean by a more vertical swing, if I take the club back, then the club shaft's more upright in relation to the right shoulder, okay? So if I was to flatten it, then the club would go slightly behind my right shoulder and behind it, okay? You wouldn't be able to see it, okay? So we need to, if we take the club back, feel that the club head is more outside my hands, okay? What that'll introduce, it'll introduce a more upright swing path. And as I come down, it'll create a bit more freedom, okay? Jack Nicklaus was steep all his life, or he had a more upright swing path, but he felt like he could keep the club face squarer for longer in relation to the target, okay? So the club face didn't rotate that much, it was more in line with the target, okay? So what you need to do is feel the exaggeration. So feel the club path going more up the way. So feel the exaggeration from, so if I was to set the club into a position, so feel like the club head's outside hands. As I come back down, feel like obviously the club shaft's more upright, but I come down, then you'll be able to create a bit more freedom. Your body and the club will be able to turn in sequence. As I was saying, if the club goes behind your hands, then that's where you can still come over the top, okay? Because you're not aware of where the club is in relation to your hips, okay? So feel like the club's more upright, so exaggerate that feel, okay? Even if you're doing it Monty style, okay, going straight up and straight down, don't allow the club to fall behind your hands. The minute it falls behind your hands, you've got to reroute it somehow. So if you go inside, you've got to come back over the plane to get the club back in. So it's like a semicircle, it's like a figure of 8, okay, but in the wrong direction. So it comes back out, comes inside, has to come back across. You're never going to release it from the inside, or you're just going to shank it, okay? So the club has to reroute itself by going up this way, outside the swing path and across, and that's where you can top it, okay? So create a bit more freedom by taking the club more upright. So club more outside hands. As I come back down, club's more in front of you, okay? So feel like the club's more in front of you as opposed to behind you. You create a lot more consistent strikes, and as Jack Nicklaus say, you'll keep the club face more square along the target, okay? So